Hello, my name is Pierce.
My name is Theo.
I'm Talia.
I'm Zoe Everett, and we're from Randolph, New Jersey. We moved here in 2001, right before Pierce was born, from Pennsylvania. And so what was that, 13 years ago? I don't even know. Yeah, no, 11. Oh God.
No, he's close. It's 13.
13.
No, it's 12.
No.
Oh, man.
Before you were born.
Yeah, there's still, wait.
It's 12 years.
I'm 12 years old.
You're 12 years old. It's like 12 and a half. Okay, we're great at interviews. The house has always been like a project. When we moved in, it was covered in 70s wallpaper, and you could see yourself in it because it was a mirrored wallpaper. So house has always been in project mode and never really ended. Still is.
Still a project.
Last year during Superstorm Sandy, there was warnings out about driving, but we live in Randolph, but we owned a farm called Blue Crest in Long Valley, New Jersey, which is about 40 minutes away. And my parents were still responsible for the horses there and their well-being. So the morning of October 29th, my parents and the boys drove out to Long Valley to check on the horses, and the weather wasn't that bad. And basically when they were coming home at night, the light switch turned on and the storm started blowing and big trees were falling all over the place, and a tree fell on the cab of the truck. And our parents passed away in the accident.
So possibly 30 minutes passed, and then I get a phone call that her parents passed. And then at this point, you don't know what to say, so I
always used to look down at like papers and say parent or guardian. I would always be like asking my mom, what was the guardian for? She'd always tell me like, oh, it's in case like something ever happens to both of us. And you never think it's ever gonna happen to you till it does.
It felt like a switch went off in me that was just maternal beyond belief. And I was 2 hours away, and I felt like my siblings instantly became my responsibility and like my children, and I was doing everything and anything to get back to my siblings.
Thank God that Zoe was 19 when this all happened.
I made sure everyone knew that I was going to be the legal guardian and that no one was going to take them away from their house. I think the hardest part with the house is that it's just large and unpredictable. But that's with any house. Home ownership is just unpredictable, and you have to be prepared to deal with problems like bats in the attic on a Tuesday morning when you have work. So like those kinds of things have been slightly difficult to handle, but manageable.
Typical night in this house is to just grab food, go watch TV, and not really sit down and talk about anything.
I know what girl you're gonna kind of sort of date. Don't say that we don't talk about things. In terms of doing everything as a family, we spend a lot of time together, especially in this past year, doing things together, projects and chores and whatnot. Now being the responsible party of this very large, overwhelming home is a nightmare. Like, I am not a homeowner, but now, I mean, I wasn't, now I am. The gutters, the roof, the plumbing system, the electric, like, it's just, it is overwhelming.
Hey, how are you, Talia? Yeah. Hi, Zoe. How's it going? George Oliphant. Hi. You must be Theo. Angel, nice to meet you. And there's Pierce. How's it going, man? Nice to meet you guys. So, if you guys know who I am, I'm George Oliphant, and
So this morning, I was advised that I would be meeting the producer of George to the Rescue and one other person, and when I opened up my door at 8 a.m., there was George to the rescue.
I heard your story. I am totally in awe of what you guys have done and just the way you guys have stayed together and what you've done with this house, what you guys have been through. I can't even imagine it, but I just want you guys to know that I'm here to help. I'm not going to totally change your house because I think it's pretty awesome the way it is, but We're gonna just do a few tweaks, make it a little bit more organized, make it a little bit more just you guys.
Well, thank you. I mean, there's plenty to do, so welcome.
All right, I'm the right man for the job then.
I feel very safe with George and the whole crew, and I feel like we're going to be taken care of and give us a little hand.
To have George come here is going to really take the stress off my sister.
Yeah, Zoe could use a little weightlifting. I mean, we always working on like projects around the house, but I don't think we ever finish anything.
Obviously, we want it to be a surprise when we do all of this, so we're going to be putting you up at the WESTIN Governor Morris Hotel in Morristown, and you guys will be totally taken care of, treated like kings and queens, and when you come home, it will not be a new house, it'll just be a little bit better house.
So yeah, that's what happened this morning.
So helping us out on this rescue, we have our designer, Barbara Moore, and our general contractor, Matt Wendorf. Guys, this is one of the rooms that the Everett family is really having troubles dealing with. It's such a beautiful room. It's got great natural light. It's an annex to the kitchen, and it's totally not being used right now. And the family loved it. The kids loved it. But the dogs kind of destroyed it, and it's just something they haven't been able to tackle themselves, so I figured this is a place that we could really help them out.
Whatever we decide we're going to do in here, I think it should be cohesive to a kitchen/family room. It's a room that is Zoe's in the kitchen preparing a meal, the boys could be here doing their homework, and then sit down and relax together and have fun on a sofa and a banquette.
This place right here, a banquette, would be fantastic. You know, nice large table where they can sit, they can talk, they can function as a family. Free of distractions, maybe no video games, no TVs, none of those things where they can actually just focus on being a family would be fantastic.
Now besides this family room, there's one other room I really wanted to tackle. It's really for Zoe, but actually the kids as a whole, her office. So you guys want to check it out? Be warned, it is a mess, but I think if we can clean it up, she may actually be able to get something done in there.
I'm curious.
Let's take a look.
All right. All right, Matt, Barbara, this is the office.
Where do we begin?
How do you even think in this place?
Right?
I don't know how you would function. This is out of control.
She's chipping away at it. I mean, she does have, you know, her files here, but if you look here, you're like, okay, you got the right idea. Then you look around here, and it's just like overwhelming stuff.
I think the first thing is we have to get clutter crashers in here to get some sort of semblance of order, and get every last stitch of anything in this room, in the closets, on the shelves, out.
If they could come in here and really kind of get the Everett family organized and on the right path, that would be amazing. Guys, let's start this rescue.
All right.
Let's get to work.
Hello?
Hey Zoe, it's George.
Oh, hey, George. How are you?
I'm doing all right, but actually something came up at the house and I really need you guys all to come back.
George just gave me a call and told us he needs us back at the house for undisclosed reasons.
It's not a bad thing. I just I need the whole family to come back. I'm actually in the car right now. Do you guys think you could be ready in a few minutes and we can all head back together?
So I just hope that the house hasn't given him a run for his money yet.
George to the Rescue is sponsored in part by 3M, makers of Scotch Blue Painter's Tape, the #1 brand of painter's tape.
Hello?
Hey Zoe, it's George. Something came up at the house and I really need you guys all to come back. I'm actually in the car right now, heading over to the hotel to pick you guys up. So guys, I'm sure you're wondering why I insisted you come back to the house. It's not normal on George to the Rescue to bring families back before the project's finished, but don't worry, nothing's broken, no fires to put out. Really the reason I brought you back is as we went through the house and we decided that we're going to do your sun porch and we're going to do your office. We also saw that there's a lot of stuff, a lot of piles, a lot of clutter. And so that's why I brought in my buddy Pete Lorenzo here from Clutter Crashers, because he is the best in the business. And he's been kind enough to say, listen, we're not just going to help you out with those 2 rooms. I want to help this family out with the entire house. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my man Pete.
Thank you, George. I appreciate you having us here, and thank all of you. Getting organized is not always about just putting things in boxes. There are going to be ways and systems that we put in place that will help you keep you organized in the future too.
And with you guys, we want to make this place, not just those 2 rooms, but the whole house, absolutely functional and perfect for you. So I'm assuming the plant counts as clutter as well?
Yep.
All right. Wow, it's a heavy plant. And here we go. Oh, I think I'm attached to the, yep, I'm definitely attached.
When we came back to the house today, we met Pete from Clutter Crashers, and they told us that they were actually going to help us organize the entire house, which was a really big deal, a really big surprise for us this morning.
So we're separating all the clothes, putting like things together. We got sweaters, we got shirts, we got skirts, we got dresses.
I have too many clothes.
And once we get it all organized, then if we're really crazy, we might color coordinate.
Talia and Angel passed out. I'm sorry, I'm like chaotic. Talia and Angel seemed to have passed out on my couch in my bedroom. So clearly we were supposed to be organizing, but I think we're taking a break.
All right, Matt, so I got the kids back at the hotel. As you can see, the place is clutter-free, or on its way to being clutter-free. Where do we go from here?
Carpet's got to come up.
Okay.
Upstairs, we got built-ins got to come out.
Okay.
Carpet's got to come up. Wallpaper's got to get taken down. And then there's paneling under the wallpaper, so it's just a mess up there. So we have a lot of work ahead of us today.
The old can of worms.
The old can of worms.
Let's get to it. All right, Matt, I got all the paint here.
Perfect timing. I think what we'll do is put it in the garage for now.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
That is a lot of wood.
This was, I think, milled from their backyard and it's left over. You know what?
What?
We're gonna make the table out of this stuff.
I love that idea. Love that idea.
We'll keep it nice and rough, and we'll use it so that it's physically just been taken out of their backyard. All right, George, I think we're about ready for the floor.
All right, so what are we going to use for floors now that we ripped up the carpet?
Well, we want to use something durable in here, so we decided that we're going to go with a laminate floor system.
All right, now that's going to stand up to the dogs because obviously they made a mess of what we had in here before.
Right, you don't want to have that smell, you don't want to have those odors, so we're choosing a laminate because not only is it durable, it's easy to clean.
You didn't even need me. Well, you are an amazing unroller of this stuff. Well, thanks for coming, Rob. As you saw, we have the hole in the back above the sun porch where we removed the stove and then the chimney. So that's what we need patched. I don't know, what do you think?
Well, I took a look at the patch that you need. Our buddies over at Standard, which is our supplier, in conjunction with GAF, has agreed to supply us with materials, and we're gonna go ahead and replace the whole roof.
Oh, really? The entire thing, not just over the sun porch?
Well, it needs to be done, so we're gonna wait for these temperatures to get up above 40 and get it all done for you.
All right, so if you can see your breath, it's probably not optimal roofing weather.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit too cold.
Wow, Barbara, I love this design layout.
It's coming out good, and I love comparing to what used to be here, so we can look at what's new and reflect.
And just looking at what was in here and then what we got going on right now, my main question is, how are we gonna keep this place pet friendly?
4 dogs,
2 rabbits, 1 guinea pig, 2 horses, 2 lizards.
2 horses, 11.
Yeah, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
That's weird.
That is weird.
George, good luck, buddy.
My main question is, how are we gonna keep this place pet friendly?
The best approach is, one, they've done really well in the rest of the house with leather. And the layout is going to be a little bit modular. So if they want to open up the space and play a game, the ottomans are movable. And I like doing that when kids are involved, so they can make the space be their own.
What makes your paint job great, not just good, is tape. And a lot of people don't like to use tape because sometimes they get bleeding or seepage, and they're like, why did I bother? And what you probably did is you stretched the tape. In order to get that super sharp paint line, don't stretch the tape, place the tape on the trim, and that is a beautiful start. But if you look around, I got a lot of trim to hit, so it's a good thing I got 2 rolls. Got all of our furniture here from KLAUSSNER. Where exactly is this going?
So this goes against the window.
All right, now this is part of our sectional.
It is, and it's a great concept that KLAUSSNER has. It's a build your own sectional. So we have 3 pieces that are going together.
All right. All right, with that, I'd say this rescue is done. Let's get the family.
It amazes me that these kids are surviving. It's like many homes you walk into, but you could tell there is something out there that's missing. But when I was 20 years old or 21, there'd be no way I could manage a house like this. They're very special kids, and you can tell that their parents really were special people too.
Hey guys, welcome home. How are you?
Tired.
Out of the cold. Good to see you. So we've been hard at work, definitely, tinkering a little bit with the 2 rooms we talked about, the sun porch and the office, and then of course you guys had a lot of clutter. I think the place is, cleaner, more organized, and better for you. So without further ado, you guys want to see what we did?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Go. Go it. Go. Oh my god. Oh, it's so nice. Oh my god.
George to the Rescue is sponsored in part by Coldwell Banker Real Estate, fulfilling dreams for 107 years.
Without further ado, you guys want to see what we did?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, start with the sun porch, right?
Yeah.
All right, follow me. 3, 2, 1.
Go. Go it. Go. Oh my god. Oh, it's so nice. Oh my god. Excuse me. Sorry. This is brilliant. Okay. Who made this? This is so cool. Does this slide in here?
Yeah, this is really cool. So this was made in your wood shop with your wood.
This is
the
ours?
wood your dad milled from the trees in the back.
Does that have a hinge on it?
Yes, or you can so this.
Oh my.
So that you can get in here. You have all the kids in here eating. You can serve. We wanted to make it multifunctional.
Amazing. It's pretty incredible. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I don't want to leave it. Can I just sleep here? New bedroom.
I feel like finally make like a blanket fort.
I know. That's what I was thinking is the perfect fort table.
No.
With the tunnels and then you can put blankets up out here and it's gonna be perfect fort. Honestly though, sorry, it's the perfect fort table ever.
So you guys want to see The Office?
Yes! I really want to see The Office. I'm probably the most excited about it.
Why don't you and I go up to The Office?
Really?
Since it's your mission control, and then we'll all go to The Office. But
Okay.
I kind of want to show it to Zoe first.
Can I crawl out?
Is the girl okay?
Can I crawl out through the tunnel?
If you want to crawl out through the tunnel. All right. Are you ready to see what's behind this curtain?
Yes. Oh my god! This is so incredible! Oh my god. I don't know what to say. I am in love. I don't want to leave the office ever. I don't even know what to say about it. I just hope that I can keep it. I think I'm even losing track of my words. I'm so excited that it's all trying to come out at the same time. I can say from the bottom of my heart that we felt like, me and all of the kids felt like we really gained friends and family through this process. Obviously, thank you doesn't cover it, but we do want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
This is more than I think we ever imagined it being, and all the hard work you put in. You guys are awesome.
George, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Thank you, George to the rescue. #done.